it's great that Diet Sabya came about, and it's definitely emphasizing a lot more in original designs. I feel that designers have kind of become weary of Diet Sabya. Kriti as a person likes color. She likes, first thing, if she looks at an outfit, she'll always be like, oh, I like that color, or I like that print, or I don't like that print. And she is a very happy and vivacious person. You rarely ever see Kriti complaining or grumpy. She's genuinely a very happy personality. I mean, it's so easy to make Katrina look good, and even if it was a quirky character, but it was great to do it because people hadn't seen her in that space. So that was a fun space for me to work with her.
So Kriti Sanon is one of the best dressed stars today. She is stylish, she is sizzling, she is sexy. But the person behind her who ensures she looks good at all times is Sukriti Grover. But it's not just Kriti Sanon. She has also styled an array of celebrities, including Radhika Madan, Shruti Hassan, and men too, like Kartik Aaryan and Hrithik Roshan. So welcome Sukriti. Thank you so much for joining me here today.
It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you so much for having me.
Okay, so to kick things off, like I mentioned, Kriti Sanon is one of the most stylish stars today. On red carpets, whether it's airport, because airports, are where you show off new trends now. So how did it all begin? Tell us your journey.
So, with Kriti, obviously with that kind of statuesque body, I don't think it's difficult to make Kriti look good. I mean, she has the height, she has the figure to pull off pretty much any kind of trend. But I think, that synergy between an artist and a stylist is really important. In the sense like to be able to understand her personality and her sense of her personal style is where the trick is. Like today you can't make everyone look like a clone of each other. It's very important to bring out an artist's personal style. So I feel like, because of knowing Kriti so well and being able to understand her personal style, and between Kriti and me, it's like the rapport we share. I know what she wants to put forward. I know in terms of style, I understand her personal style very well. So it becomes really easy to translate that. Like it's rarely like we are making her look like anyone else. And we have been able to create that with Kriti. Like we've been able to bring her personal style out.
So one thing I observed through going through her Instagram and your Instagram as well was that she is very experimental. Like she likes to play around with prints, colors, glitter, and she's very, very rarely seen in, muted tones. So have you brought that out in her, or is her personality like that?
Definitely Kriti as a person likes color. She likes first thing, if she looks at an outfit, she'll always be like, oh, I like that color, or I like that print, or I don't like that print. So, definitely I feel like she is experimental, but she also has like a feminine side to her. So even if it's a take on prints, or it's a take on a particular silhouette, or it's a take on any kind of latest trend, it's always like a feminine angle to it. And she is a very happy and vivacious person. You rarely ever see Kriti complaining or grumpy. She's genuinely a very happy personality. And I think that comes across through her clothes.
Right.
She even like, her personal style or her personal space has color, has prints. So she's definitely, like, if you see her surrounding, it is very basically bright and happy, and I think that comes across through in the clothes as well. She's not like a muted tone on tone kind of a person. So maybe that is something we haven't done, but I still feel if we go through her record of looks and styles, you'll probably still find it somewhere. It's not a taboo, or it's not a no-no, like I'm not going to do like muted tones, but definitely colors stand out on her. Definitely, like animal print, whether it's tiger print, leopard print, this is one thing it's going to be, or like big botanical prints. These are the things she's like, no, I don't want to do. And like silk sets, like the pajama sets that everyone is wearing in the day. Those are a few things that she it's just not her, and she doesn't like that at all. Even if it's a fad or it's trending, you rarely ever see her in those.
All right. So do you ever have like these small disagreements where you as a stylist come in and say, no, Kriti, I think you should experiment with this. But she's like, no, Sukriti, I think I want to go with, the options that I like. Do you have those ups and downs?
I would like to do new things. So I take these new trends to her, like, what, this is what's coming in the following season. We must do it. But it definitely she has to be comfortable to do it. So we definitely kind of come to a middle ground where something she doesn't know and something she says, Sukriti, I'm doing it for you. This particular trend. So she's great like that. She obviously, because of me being the stylist and pushing these trends that she's not comfortable doing, then she'll tell me I'm not comfortable doing this. And there are a lot of things she tries for me and say, okay, let's give it a shot. So she's really open to doing new things and giving it a shot. And I feel having that great rapport and relationship with her makes it so easy to work. It's never been like an up and down, like professionally, because I feel like when you kind of have that frank kind of camaraderie going on, then you don't feel like it's any kind of stress.
And I wanted to know, like, during these big events like red carpets and fashion weeks and things like that, you do have a lot of people to style in a day. So how do you, switch on and switch off based on that particular celebrity's thoughts and likes and sensibilities?
So I feel for a stylist, the trick is in understanding a personality of an artist and what they would like to put forward. Like when I style Shruti Hassan for an event, she's definitely edgier. She has a little more goth aesthetic. She likes blacks. She likes a particular, it's very, very definite, her sense of style. It's definitely a lot more edgier and experimental. So, you'll get them options as per their likes. You understand? And I feel also like the trick is to understand a person's, body, highlight their most flattering parts. Like when I style Bhumi, like she's got her most flattering part is her midriff. So definitely crop tops work on her. When I was styling Tamanna, she's like conventionally pretty. And, that's the reason like feminine silhouettes work great on her. Also like ethnic work wear looks beautiful on her. So I feel like you need to understand an artist's personality, and that is the reason you can't make them all look like each other. Now Radhika Madan, she's young, she's youthful, she's quirky, she's definitely very open to new styles, and I enjoy that with younger actors because they are more open to experimenting. And it's like they are more young, so they're more relatable for the mass. You have to understand every person's personality. So when you're styling all these people at the same time, it's not difficult because everyone's personality is so individualistic that you get them clothes as per them. So you're never making one look like another. So I don't think that ever kind of becomes a problem.
So every time Diet Sabya posts something, it makes a massive headline. What are your thoughts? Do you think fashion and stylists and designers are in need of watchdogs like Diet Sabya?
No, I definitely think it's great that Diet Sabya came about, and it's definitely emphasizing a lot more in original designs. I feel that designers have kind of become weary of Diet Sabya, and because they're so proactive, nobody wants to make things that get instantly picked up by Diet Sabya and, they are posted. So definitely, I think a benefit of that's kind of has come around in the fashion industry is people are definitely concentrating on more original designs and not imitating designs from the ramps, or not, taking an inspiration and imitating something is very different. And I also feel like maybe that was kind of happening because you don't have that kind of access being here to get those kind of pieces, and you might have that thought in mind, but you're not acquiring those pieces here, and that is the reason people were making. But there is a difference in getting inspired and imitating designs, and I feel like at least ever since the blog has come about and the Instagrams kind of has a massive following, designers have kind of become more cautious, and stylists have become more cautious about using original designs, which is I feel in terms of design is a great thing because it kind of makes people more original and creative. So that's a good thing.
Who do you think Diet Sabya is?
I don't know, and I've really never ever given it a thought, to be honest, that who this person is or who's behind the screen. But hats off to someone who is, because it was he really hit the chord amongst people, so that's a good thing. He or she, for the matter,
Right.
she likes a particular kind of neckline because she feels it suits her.
And when it comes to men's styling, you have styled two of the biggest male celebrities today, Hrithik Roshan and Kartik Aaryan. How different or similar are their styles?
But they're very different. Like, I did magazine cover with Hrithik, and Hrithik is so like he's tailored suits and is a more has a more mature what do we say, more mature sense of dressing, because he's also obviously older. But it's very easy to make Hrithik look good because he's such a good looking man. Now Karthik is a younger talent, and he is coming. He's youthful, and he's quirky, and that's the kind of roles he's played, that's the kind of his images amongst the people. So he would be like a younger, cooler person, and that's the reason you play around with like ripped jeans, and you kind of dress him younger and more streetwear. Like, he's, I think, now one of the people who are most known for their sneakers,
Yes.
printed t-shirts. You will see
Bomber
like
jackets.
bomber cooler jackets, but
Yeah.
it's something that the youth can relate to.
And what would you say is the best part of being a celebrity stylist?
I love the rush that comes with it. There's a lot of work, there's a lot of hard work, I would say, behind the screen. But I love creating looks. I love putting looks together.
And is there a worst part to it?
Yeah, there's a lot of stress. Like, you never switch off, really. Like, even when you're not doing anything, and you're not physically working, you're mentally working. You're thinking of new things, you're thinking of new styles, you're thinking of new projects. So, like, it's not like any other service, like where you come to the job and you finish your service and you go. As a stylist, you're constantly working even when you're not on the job.
And you also styled Jaga Jasoos, Katrina's character in Jaga Jasoos, which went
Yeah,
viral.
yeah,
Because
I style Jaga Jasus also. I feel that was a great look to do for Katrina, because to make her look quirky was the trick, and to get the right kind of spectacles and little these details was it was really fun. I mean, it's so easy to make Katrina look good, and even if it was a quirky character, but it was great to do it because people hadn't seen her in that space. So that was a fun space for me to work with her.
okay, so now with the pandemic in place, despite everything that's happening, shoots have already begun and people are filming and celebrities are out and about. So what do you think the future of styling will look like? PPE kits?
Definitely. Like, I mean, I've done a couple of shoots lately, and we have been in full PPE kits, trying to, and every time you step on set, you kind of get sanitized fully. I feel I definitely, for till the time all this settles down, PPE kits is going to be a necessity. And also, I feel like the artist goes on set without a mask because obviously they're shooting,
Yeah.
so they're at the most risk, and you're coming in contact with them. So it's really, you have to be really responsible and kind of sanitize yourself over and over again, so that they do not get any infections through this. So you have to be super careful. Also, it's tedious. It's not easy. It kind of, being in a PPE suit really tires you out. You're spending hours in it. You kind of sweat in it, and it's also like not easy to lug yourself around in the PPE kit. But I think that's the way forward, at least till all this settles down.
Yeah, I think that's about it. Thank you so much, Sukriti, for joining us
Thank
today.
you. Thank you for having me. It was so
All the
lovely being.
best. All the best
Thank,
for your next film. I hope it does well. I mean, Kriti always looks good, so.
thank you so much. Thank you.